Welcome to the CONCACAF Connection, a football podcast where five friends take you through the ins, the outs, and everything in between of the beautiful game. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, leave us a 5-star rating. Follow us on TikTok at CONCACAF US and on Instagram and Twitter at CConnectionPod. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy. This is my first time back in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, because of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
So it's good to be back with the boys. A lot's gone down since the last time I was on, but even just in the last week, a lot's gone down.
A lot today has gone down.
Yeah, just today in general, too. I guess we should probably wait until Brandon gets here to talk Arsenal so we can talk Champions League first, I guess, since it's fresh on the mind.
I didn't get to watch the games today. How were they?
Good. They
looked like some
They were
bangers.
just as good as last week.
They looked like some bangers.
Dortmund was the best game.
Really?
I'm sorry. It was.
They didn't let me down. I knew they weren't going to let me down.
Dude, their 2 goals in like 3 minutes was so hype. It was so hype.
But Morata also missed that chip in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That could have changed the whole complexion of the
When Atletico went up, I was like, oh, it's done. It's done. But they responded so well.
It's tough because I think this has probably been the best quarterfinals we've had in a long, long time in terms of, I guess, competitiveness. Because I think that no one gave Dortmund a chance. Dortmund went through. Everyone was saying that Barcelona was going to walk through PSG. PSG came back and did the remontada.
I mean, to be fair, Barca probably wins that game without the red card.
Well, but they got that red card.
I know we'll never know, but I just want to say that that's context is important with that.
That's true, but then also I look at Xavi, and Xavi also someone that's been in that position doing that stupid madness he did.
Okay, maybe I'm stupid. When a manager gets a red card, let's say nobody had been sent. They don't send a player off, right? The manager just can't manage anymore.
Yeah, he gets sent off, but
He's
sent off,
and he gets a match banned.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's texting his assistant. He's in the locker room.
Oh, I know.
If a manager gets 2 yellows, is it still a match ban afterwards? I know he gets sent off, but is it still a match ban?
I forgot that they can get 2 yellows. Oh, I love it.
I don't think I've ever seen
like
it,
players
but I'd have to assume it works the same way as players.
They're just like players. If they get too many, if they accumulate too many yellows, then they have to have a suspension too.
Really?
I feel like it's I hear that. I also feel like usually if a manager gets a yellow and then gets a second yellow, it's never actually a second yellow. It's always like a straight red. I think Barcelona have to be the biggest loser so far in this quarterfinal. Because I think you're right. I think they would have won without that red card.
I mean, yeah, it's easy to say that sitting here now, but because you never know. I mean, with Mbappe, anything can happen. But
I even said it too. Like I still will stand on that hill. I do think Barcelona are a better team. I just think that the only thing that PSG have are Mbappe and Luis Enrique,
and the mentality also. I think because the minute that sometimes when teams get a red card, it's not the end of the world. Like. Hence, Daniel and I, when we play co-op seasons on FIFA. But
Stop it.
No, but in all seriousness, it's not like sometimes it's not like the end of the world when teams get reds. And sometimes when you get a red, you can tell immediately that the game's going to be over. And that's kind of how I felt with this one. As soon as I saw the red, I was like, yeah, they're not gonna hold on.
I think their problem was that like after the red, they were still trying to attack goal, which I think they should have just sat back.
And they were 2 goals up at that point, right?
Yeah,
they were one goal up. They were 1 goal up coming into this leg.
Yeah, there was no reason for them to be attacking that goal.
Yeah.
So I just think that they were the the successors of their own downfall or some shit like that. You know what I'm trying to get at? Like
Yeah.
It was a loss that they could have probably avoided, but it is what it is, and PSG are through. And it's Mbappe's last dance with PSG in the quarterfinals, going on to the semis for PSG.
What if it's Madrid PSG in the finals? Conflict of interest for Mbappe.
I wanted Barcelona to let it go in the final if it was gonna be Madrid, and now that's shot dead for me.
I know both teams got eliminated for you.
God damn. If it was going to be Madrid in the final, that's what I wanted to be the final. That shit's just not going to happen anymore.
We can still get a Bayern Munich Borussia Dortmund semifinal.
I'll say this now.
We will be there.
Don't sleep on Dortmund.
Mm-mm.
They could easily knock out PSG. I might even. I'm not gonna say that they are yet, but I'm
They
just
beat
gonna say
PSG,
that
didn't they?
they've got a real chance to win
In the
that.
past,
Oh,
they have.
in the group.
Actually,
In
no.
the group stage,
In the
didn't they?
group, yeah, they won one of those games, didn't they?
Because
We'll
they're
be
part
there.
of the group of death.
I don't give a fuck.
Dortmund might knock out PSG. Don't sleep on Dortmund.
It's interesting to see because I saw the stat that was like 60 to 70% of teams that have the home game for the second leg go through, and today it was a 50-50 split on that. Barcelona were the home
Barcelona
team,
at home.
and they got eliminated, and Dortmund were
Yeah.
the home, and they
Yeah,
came
yeah.
back. So it was kind of interesting. Maybe give some hope for Arsenal against Bayern.
After the way Aston Villa mollywopped them, I don't know if they. It depends how they bounce back from that. One thing Daniel said that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't think PSG just have Luis Enrique and Kylian Mbappe because I also think they've got a lot of players and some players from that Real Madrid squad that and Barcelona squad that had experience winning titles and trophies. So I think that's where Eddie comes from, where he said mentality is a big difference. I think that is a big difference for PSG. That
We'll get to mentality with.
Oh yeah, and I know we said that earlier for this Arsenal versus Bayern Munich draw, but I do think once you go to the Allianz Arena, I think Bayern, even with the weaker squad, I just think they know how to win, and I think Arsenal might now be in a panic because if they don't win the Premier League, they might want to win the Champions League, and that might put pressure. They might put pressure on themselves, and so I think it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow because it could easily just we could see Arsenal implode for a second time in 2 seasons. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
We're not making it through.
They're not.
You knew he was going to say that.
I know, but why?
Because we're shit.
I don't think even if they would have beat Villa, they would have made it through.
No, they had to.
They had to win. They had to win
against Bayern at home. They can't draw the game at home, and you know what? Maybe they will. Maybe we're jinxing it right now. But,
No, we won't.
I mean, knock on wood.
Bayern are too good.
Are they?
Somehow.
are they though?
How about too good?
I don't know about. Yeah, I don't know about too good. They're good.
That's right. I do.
They have
They're
Eric
good.
Dyer starting at center back. They're not too good.
And
Is
he
he gonna start
rocked the fuck out that game.
Started in Arsenal. He
He
started away.
rocked that game. Dude. He
Yeah,
was
that's
good that
necessarily means
game.
he's gonna start next game.
He probably will. He probably
He
will start
does.
next game.
He was solid in that game. That's all I'm gonna say. And you can't say he's not. He wasn't. Eric Dyer was good in that Bayern game, in that Arsenal game. I mean,
Whoever wins that tie is just going to lose to whoever wins between City and Madrid anyway.
I mean,
so
yeah.
it really doesn't matter.
That's another big game that could go either way tomorrow.
That
And
could
it's
really could go. Where is that, Daniel?
Etihad.
Yeah.
home.
Oh, City will win.
No, I don't know.
if you're gonna put a team that can do something away from home at a big time stadium, you
Yeah,
would
I mean,
say
yeah.
it's Madrid.
Yeah.
But also, this isn't necessarily the same Madrid as before.
They're better.
This, are they?
But a lot of these players have won.
That's
But a lot of
fair.
these players have
That's
already won the Champions League within the last couple of years. I mean, Vinny Jr.'s
Yeah,
won the
you're
Champions
right.
League.
You're
and stuff.
right. But it's just like it's.
So
I get what you're
team,
saying.
You know, it's like it's still kind of a fresh team,
Mhm.
whereas City are a very established team.
But what I would say, though, to counter that argument, is City have regressed since last season when they beat Real Madrid, and Real
Mhm.
Madrid have strengthened very well.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's why I'm like, it'll be interesting.
it'll be a toss up. I think it'll be a very. I think it'll be a good game.
I just see Madrid ripping them at home because I feel like City have to push. They're gonna be the team on the front foot,
I don't
and
know if
Real
they
Madrid are
have to.
just so good at counterattacking.
Not gonna happen.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Why?
City will win easily.
Why?
Vinny will flounder.
Do you just not want?
Yoselu will be Yoselu.
Dude, we're really gonna have to rely on Man United or Coventry to stop a double treble.
I was gonna say they're gonna
We're gonna have to rely on
win
Coventry.
another treble. They're gonna win another treble.
We're gonna have to
Hold
rely
on.
Coventry.
I don't know. There's something about them that just doesn't make me think they're being Real Madrid tomorrow.
It's just because
Okay.
it's City and
Well-
there's Pep.
Put $1 million on it then,
If he could, he would.
If I could, I would.
and you'd lose $1 million.
Maybe. Or I'd win $1 million.
Well, you win a lot more. I think
Well, a lot more than that.
I think
yeah.
you put on
More,
Madrid.
yeah,
You win a
you win
lot
bit
more.
Oh no, I just think that. I'm trying to think because I'm pretty sure Real Madrid are unbeaten in the last 25 matches, and the same cannot be said for Manchester City. And Manchester City, like I just said, have weakened not tremendously, but they're definitely not the team that beat Real Madrid last season. And there's nothing about this Manchester City team that just in another game against another giant strike me as the team that's going to really dominate. Because even against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu, they were on the front foot and they didn't look like they were the dangerous team out of the two. I thought Real Madrid looked way more dangerous on the counter with less possession.
Yeah, let's be honest here. That first game
disagree.
was individual quality came through.
Mm-hmm.
Foden and Guardiola came through on those games in that game and really carried City. It wasn't necessarily City played the best. It was Foden and Guardiola stepped up when they needed to.
I just
And
think,
you saw them get ripped apart. Sorry, now I
No,
didn't
go
mean to
ahead,
cut you
sorry.
off. I just meant, and you also saw how vulnerable they are on the counter.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I can see it happening. What were you saying now?
I was just saying I kind of disagree. I don't think either team dominated per se that game. I just think both teams just lacked control. I just think both teams were optimal in their opportunities that they were given, and there was a lot of opportunities being thrown at both ends. So I just think it was just a lack of control from both teams, like when it came to winning the ball back and just keeping the ball. So
My argument though would be Real Madrid don't want to control that type of game. They want to counter. The best way for them to counter is by not having the ball.
well, I think that reasoning is just because they knew that Pep wanted to control the game.
Exactly,
But
100%. You know how to
Pep
beat
didn't
Pepsi.
control that game,
Mm-hmm.
and neither did Madrid.
But Madrid, that wasn't their game plan.
But I mean, that wasn't our game plan, and I mean, there were times where they were controlling the game per
But
se.
let's be honest. With
Right.
Manchester City, and not even just Manchester City right now, any Pep Guardiola team, the game plan, the first thing you know that's going to happen is they're going to keep the ball.
Yeah,
That's not the shot. That is the first plan. That's why I don't think Real Madrid didn't need to control the game. They did what they wanted to do, which was have City push up forward and be vulnerable in the back, and have space created out in the wings where they could pass out to Vinny Jr. They could pass out to Rodrigo. Opposed to where
Goals.
City, or opposed to where City need to control the game. They don't counter well.
those two fucking goals, dude, pissed me off. Those should have never went in.
But that's how vulnerable you guys are in the back.
No,
Or to the counter.
One was an awful deflection
Yeah.
that Ortega could have never done. He was wrong-sided by deflection. And then the other one was just, I don't know what Ortega was even doing or what our defenders were doing either, because Rodrigo just managed to just squeeze a shot that should have never been a shot. And it just, two goals that shouldn't have been in. Bottom line is it's almost like a 0-0 and it's at home. So it's kind of optimal that we're in this position. So not saying that we're going to win tomorrow. We could, but we definitely have an advantage, to say the least.
Going back to the Arsenal Bayern game, the only thing that might be good for us is obviously Davies is suspended.
Did not know that. Did not know that.
Sane's a doubt.
Gnabry's injured.
Neuer's a doubt. Gnabry's out. Koeman's out. Sasha Bowie's out.
God damn.
Bune Sar's out.
Who's playing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Eric Dyer.
It's gonna be the Musiala and Kane show then, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. But they said that they think Neuer was just rested on the weekend in preparation for this match, so he'll probably feature. Sane is they're more unsure about.
They said that, well, at least Thomas Tuchel said that they should be good to play.
I could see Sane being on the bench and then coming off the bench, which low key might be worse for us.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, I hate pacey players off the bench.
You're gonna get flashbacks to Ollie Watkins.
Scares me, especially if Arteta has Zinchenko on the pitch. Then we're cooked for sure.
Okay, don't do that because Zinchenko was holding down Sane when he came on.
Yeah, but it's Zinchenko. Can he do it 2 games in a row?
I don't know. I'm just saying you got to give him props where it's come. Sinchenko or Sane was cooking on that right until Sinchenko got brought on, and then he was good. Sane stopped being as effective at that point. So,
Sonny will figure him out.
if he's on the field.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure at some point he'll be on the field.
Did someone else get an injury too on the Arsenal squad?
We should put it in our C team, to be honest.
You can tell how much that
Get ready for the prep up for the end stretch of the Prem season.
you can see how much that loss hurt Brandon to Aston Villa.
I told Eddie, I think. I was like, when I woke up, maybe I told
Yeah,
him.
you told me this though.
When I woke up, I was like, we're gonna lose. I just feel it in my bones. And I was gonna text y'all, but I was like, no, I don't want to. Because I don't want it. I don't want it today. So then I watched the first 45 minutes. I was like, we're piped. And then I went to church, and God couldn't help this team.
I can only imagine you just feeling your phone vibrate. You check and you're just like, God damn.
He gets the foot mob notification.
He's on his knees. They're like praying. He just
My
feels the
phone was
most-
vibrating, and I was like, please, please, please. And then I got out of church. And I saw 2-0, and I was like, no way we won 2-0. And I was like, oh, of course it's Villa winning.
Oh, that's crazy though.
Dude, with the damn watch, he would have been just pissed off at
True,
the
dude,
pew.
So glad I don't wear my watch anymore, because I'd be looking at that being fuming.
I can just see you in church, just like I know I can just see it. Bench, knees. God
Lord's
damn
house.
it!
Yeah, in the Lord's house too.
You just fucking slamming your fist.
Yeah, everybody else is praying, being silent, and I'm just like,
Yeah, basically, that's 100% you. You just turned your PlayStation on, didn't you?
No.
Oh, it sounds like someone just turned the
Someone-
PlayStation.
I heard a
someone's
beep.
beeped. Someone's beeped.
But you still got it, you know, after
Got what?
the game,
got what?
the smoke,
What's
the banter in the group chat.
Obviously.
But he's annoying because the whole time he's been on this bullshit of we're not in tolerance, so we can't fucking cook him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he fucking. That's why you guys do this
and
shit.
then- Yeah, well, because now you're obviously saying, oh, well, if you had done that, then we would have cooked you, bitches. So fuck y'all.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm gonna cook you
I'm not
regardless.
saying it.
I'm saying it. I'm gonna still
little
cook
fucking
you either
worm.
way.
I'm not gonna cook you.
Worm.
I saw some shit that's foul. Soccer doesn't have XG. This man has XL.
Oh
Expected
my
lips.
Lord. Listen, I've seen a lot of Arsenal.
That's foul.
I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans turning on Saka now after that game. So
They turn on
Why?
everybody.
Like, why does it happen? Like, it really is like so uncanny, and I don't think he's doing it on purpose, but it really just is so uncanny that every time either they lose or he plays poorly, he comes up limping.
hey,
by the
dude,
end
we
of the
could
game.
lose and
It's
he played
every
well
single
and
Every time.
Yeah, it's every time.
Hey, we could lose and he'll play, or we could, like when we scored against Bayern, he scored a goal, but he still got up limping. Like, bruh.
What's gonna happen is like in 2-3 years when he's like having a surgery, he's gonna be like, oh, he's playing with a hamstring injury for all the season. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, is that why it was?
He could have an actual niggling injury.
He apparently has an actual
Calm down, Eddie.
injury.
I knew that would get to you.
Yeah, I thought he was playing through an injury.
He's
Like a
been with an
hamstring
injury
injury.
since like last season.
Bro
Arsenal
needs
just
to rest.
idiots and don't fucking buy a right winger to give him some cover.
Bro needs to rest.
They have what's his face?
That link to Liao.
Reece Nelson.
Reece Nelson, yeah.
See, but like
Okay.
the question is like, how can you pull out Odegaard for being injured, rightfully so, but not pull Saka when he's been injured for the duration of the whole fucking season?
He's my fucking star boy.
Arteta's scared.
He's also the star boy.
He's not. Saka isn't the only one they turned on though, because I also saw. I mean, this Zinchenko, y'all been off. Y'all been
Yeah.
ready to send him
Oh,
back.
Jesus.
Jesus was another one. Kai Havertz was another
I saw
one.
Salaba hate.
Wow.
Everyone was
Saliba.
getting hate.
Yeah.
Well,
They
him
They
and
deserve it.
Gabriel were both
They deserve it
pretty
though. So
Poor
fuck those players.
against Villa.
I mean, Zinchenko always gets cooked.
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw
shocked.
Rice cooking. I saw Rice was getting like people were saying that he can't do a forward pass.
Yeah.
dude, as soon as I saw Havertz was in the midfield, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what, like, why is he in the midfield? Like,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
play him up
Hey,
top.
March
Don't play him
is
in the
over.
midfield.
March is over. He's done. Purple patch is over.
He scored in April, so it's fine.
Does not matter. He
It
will.
does
He
matter.
will
It
get a
does
gore
matter.
here and
It does
there.
matter. It does
He will
matter.
get a
It does
gore here
matter.
and there. But
It does matter.
he's
It does matter.
he's
It does matter.
dead. He's
It does matter.
done.
It does
He's
matter.
done.
It does matter.
Done.
It does matter.
He's
He
done.
He
scored in
did. He
April.
did
He
miss like
scored in
4
April, but he was up
Did you
top.
see the chance he missed?
If Arteta just started him up top, we'd be fine.
No, you wouldn't have.
We would be fine.
No.
Because Jesus is selling so that City can win, and same with Zinchenko.
Jesus is. You know, it's really bad when you bought their backups and now they're your backups and you're ready to sell them on to the next batch
I'm
as well.
ready to sell them. Definitely Zinchenko. I mean, you guys already know what I said about him.
I've been seeing
If
clips
Arsenal
all-
go another summer without buying an out and out 9, it's literally malpractice.
Oh, they bought a 9. They bought a 9.
Like a real good 9.
Kai Havertz is a real good 9, apparently.
like an elite 9,
Like a player, like, I don't know.
guaranteed 20 goals. Minimum.
Yes, yeah.
There is no guaranteed 20 goals a striker in the league, unfortunately, other than Holland.
You gotta go outside the league to find them.
Okay, not even outside.
like a
the league.
Victor Gyökeres or
Victor
a
Osimhen.
Ivan Toney. Or,
Osimhen's not hitting
We
20 in
need to
this league.
sign a Nigerian Victor.
I just said Victor
So
Osimhen.
Osimhen.
Oh, you're talking about Malpenda.
Boniface.
One that hasn't won the league for themselves yet.
So anyone from that is
Harry
from
Kane?
Arsenal?
He's not
No,
Nigerian, but
I said a Victor Nigerian.
Boniface or whatever his name is.
He
He's
just
won
won the
the
league.
So who?
Not Osimhen. So we need to sign. I don't know. We need to figure it out.
You decide the Victor. That's the only.
A
we just
Victor.
need
A
we just need
Victor who's Nigerian because they always end up winning the league.
We need a Victor because they got victory in the
So
name.
Victor Osimhen, what the fuck?
But he's won the
He
league.
just won the league.
he's saying a Victor that
His luck's
hasn't
out.
been.
His luck's out.
Oh, I thought so. There, it doesn't exist. You're just saying like you need to find them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. This whole time I'm like, who the fuck?
Sign Harry Kane.
Why would the
Guaran-
fuck? would you do that? Why he wouldn't come to us?
Guaranteed he'll
That
never
would
win the
guarantee
league.
no trophies.
Guaranteed he'll never win the
30
league.
goals though.
So what? I don't.
You would-
I don't
you would
care
get your
about
30
goals and
goals.
trophies.
Dude, how is it that Harry Kane's curse is stronger than Coleman's
Luck.
record?
Because
and
it's luck. Not gonna lie, it is. I don't want to be that guy, but it is luck.
I mean, bro,
Even
played
the
for
top
PSG,
five
Juve,
players.
and Bayern.
Even the top flight players don't get that lucky by winning what 12 was it 11 or 12 consecutive league trophies.
He's won. He's won one for every year he's been professional. I think he made his
Except
debut at
today.
17.
Except
No,
this year.
yeah. So was it 11 or
So
12?
it's like 10. No, it may be 11. It may be 11.
So I think like not, and that's not to disrespect Coleman because he's a good player.
But
Very
look,
good player.
okay, also look at
But-
the clubs that he's played for:
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
What was it? Juve and Bayern?
PSG,
Juve,
Juve, and Bayern.
PSG, and Bayern.
Okay.
Like, obviously, he's going to win the league with those teams.
But you say obviously, and then Bayern Leverkusen just won.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but they were
Before that-
Bayern's time was
before
always
that-
coming down.
before that, he had won like 6 with Bayern, and then he won 3 with Juve and 2 with PSG.
I'm just
Wait, wait.
saying that he just got fortunate
You just
Either
picked the
way,
good clubs.
is the league over? Is it dead?
for Bundesliga.
No, for
Oh.
Premier League.
I thought you were talking about Bundesliga.
Yes.
I'm like, bro,
Oh,
the league
Bundesliga is dead.
over.
Bundesliga is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It might
the
not be
league is
over. It might not be over from a literal point standpoint, but
But I mean,
it's
like,
over.
do
It's
we
over.
think that there's any chance that City
No.
drop any
No.
points?
No.
No.
Yeah.
City are gonna win.
No,
The league will be
100%.
over by the
Or
end of the month.
no, but City have to win every game from here on out. They
Yeah.
cannot even draw one.
Okay, but
Yeah,
so
no.
the teams
They'll
behind.
drop
But
points.
Arsenal, and Liverpool will drop points again.
They're
Yeah.
all going to drop
No
points.
way we're
to go.
gonna. Yeah, no, City's
Yes.
not. No,
We literally had this argument the other day.
City's not going to though.
Yeah, well, we also said that about you, and you also lost to the team that you said was going to fall off. So that, like, look how good.
Hey, they still fell off. They still
City-
fell off though.
They're still fourth.
Here's
They're,
the thing.
they're
They
Hey,
still
good.
fell off,
hey,
though.
hey,
They
hey,
still
hey,
fell off, though.
hey, two
Fuck
things
you.
can be true at the same time. City can drop points, but also they're still going to win the league.
100%. But then that's also going under the pretenses that Liverpool and Arsenal don't do what you're predicting City to
He
do.
just keeps writing us off, and I'm over this shit.
No,
Not Ryan, you are.
He's
I'm
writing us
saying
off.
all 3 of them are going to drop points, but it's not going to matter because City.
What are you
will
mad
win.
about, Daniel? You've won like 100,000 trophies in the past 1-2 years.
100,000 trophies? No.
I
It's over. It's over.
You know what's
It's over.
pathetic?
I
You know
don't-
what is
I
You're
don't
in
like that.
denial. You're in denial.
I'm not in denial. I don't like to think that because to me it's not strong enough. Because literally, if City drop points and Arsenal and Liverpool don't this next week, it's back on.
Yeah, but we will.
But what have you seen from Arsenal and Liverpool that make you think they're not going to drop points?
Same
that
thing
that they're not going to drop points. I mean,
same
look,
thing. Same
Liverpool
thing. That's the
just
reason
lost
that
to Crystal Palace at home,
yeah, and
so they're going to drop points again.
City have lost at home before this season. It's not
I
that
know.
they're invincible either.
I know, but what
Both-
do
all
City
three
always
teams-
do
Yeah,
this
but
time of year?
yeah, okay, that's fine. The city that was much stronger than this City team is. We've seen this City team drop more points this season than they have in the last few combined.
That's great.
So, what makes you think that they are going to do the exact same thing they've done when
I
they're a
don't
weaker
think-
squad
I
and there's
don't-
more
I-
competition?
I don't think that they're not going to drop points.
No, but I'm asking you, what
I
makes
also
you
think
think-
that Liverpool and Arsenal are going to drop more points, and
But what
City are
makes-
just going to run away with it.
But based on what? Based on the past where City had a stronger team?
Just based on that. This is what they do. This is
They had a
City's-
stronger team last
this is
season
their
and they
mentality.
dropped
This
points.
is what they do. This is what
I
they do.
understand that.
But every year we do this with City, where they're like, "Oh, it's a different team."
and 1 year, we're going to be right.
And Arsenal is right there with them, and this happens every year. We have this same conversation when the title race is close. We're always like, "Oh, City, it's a different team," and Arsenal's right on their heels. They've never
Yeah,
had this kind of
But it
pressure.
wasn't close.
But now
last
it's three
season.
teams.
It
Now
wasn't
And
it's
then
close last
City,
season.
City just run away.
It wasn't close last season.
It
Arsenal
was at this
capitulated.
time, though.
It was.
At this
Arsenal
time,
capitulated.
it was though. At
But
this
now-
point, it was though.
But now it's three. Now it's three teams in the
Yeah,
title
but
race.
Liverpool are fielding a team of teenagers. Like, come on, they're not going to do anything.
Now, what do you mean? They have Mo Salah back.
They're punching above their weight.
Allison's
They're
back.
punching above. Liverpool's punching above their weight.
That's fair. And that's a fair argument, but they're still there. Regardless if you think they're punching the weight or not. You're telling me that based on Liverpool's running games, let me see who they have. Because I don't think they have the only other strongest
I
team I
mean,
think they
yeah,
have played
I
is
didn't
against
think
you
they would
guys.
lose to Crystal Palace at home. So now
Yeah,
I'm
of
going to look at their.
course.
I'm going to look at their next few games a lot
Who the
different.
fuck is messing with
So
paper right now?
if they have Fulham, they have Everton,
Sorry.
Okay.
West Ham,
I'm autistic.
Tottenham,
I have to.
Aston Villa, and Wolves. Those are the last few games.
They lose all of them.
7-0. They'll beat us.
Stop it.
Okay, come the fuck on. You probably win.
Dogi passes it back to Vicario. Vicario kicks it in the net.
Vicario makes
Arsenal
himself.
Just like we're going to do a City, just to make sure the
That'd be
mighty
so
Arse don't
cringe.
win.
Yeah, I think
match
all the
corruption
teams.
and points fine. Thank God.
Match corruption.
I think all the teams have about the same level of difficulty for the last
No.
6 games of the
City
season.
City definitely have the easier
easiest
one.
by far.
Can you not beat every team you're about to go up against?
No,
No.
we're not gonna beat Spurs.
Yes,
Okay.
you are. Calm
No, we're
down.
not.
If you don't
Spurs
think
is our
that you
hardest,
can beat
hardest team.
every
We're not gonna
team
beat
that
them.
you're about to come up against, then you're out. You're that
We're
that
out.
mentality. You're done.
I'm aware we're
I
out.
don't think any of the 3 of the teams can beat or will beat all of them.
City will.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
We have to play our bogey team.
Shut up.
We're not your bogey team
at their
anymore.
home.
You
No,
beat
that was
you beat the
one game.
allegations.
That was one. Stop. That was one game, and it wasn't in the league. Stop it.
4-0 City.
I mean, we technically have to
I'm gonna-
play 2 of our bogey teams.
Do you want me to put that down?
Who's the other
preemptively?
Nah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wolves. It's Wolves. It's Wolves. Those 2 fucks were talking over me. It's Wolves.
City have Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham, and West Ham left. I would argue Manchester City have
Wolves
a
away?
harder time.
Actually, Wolves is kind of tough for y'all, but they
Wolves
don't.
is-
They don't have Adama Traore, so you're
But
fine.
Wolves is at home.
Wolves
They
is
just
tough.
tied them this
No, Wolves is
season.
away.
No, Wolves is
Oh,
at
Wolves
the
is at home,
Etihad.
you're
I'm
right.
looking at it right
But
now.
Fulham have shown that they can beat teams and big teams this season.
Okay,
Tottenham are going to be. It's going to be at the London Stadium. That'll be a tough team. West Ham could go either way.
West Ham.
West Ham could get. West Ham could win 1-0. West Ham could get
City are
beat
gonna-
5-0.
City are
I
gonna
genuinely don't think we'll lose to West Ham. The only 2 teams I'm genuinely concerned about are Wolves and Tottenham.
What about Brighton?
I'm not.
No.
They.
Brighton away though.
They got hella injuries.
Brighton's
though.
not the same.
They're
Dude, we
dead.
beat Brighton 3-0 away. They're not tough.
Yeah, and you lost to fucking what was it again? Aston Villa, and we beat Aston Villa. So I don't want to hear it.
I'm saying they're not tough.
You also lost to Sheffield. So
No, we
I'm
tied
not concerned
Sheffield.
about that.
We tied Sheffield.
Oh, my bad.
Fuck you. Whatever. Either way, all I want to say is Arsenal fans are fucking a little pathetic in the set and the match going fans. These men were fucking leaving in the 85th minute of a fucking game. one fucking ounce, one little opening of fucking just doubt in the title challenge, and you guys walk the fuck out of that stadium. That's a little sad to me. I'm gonna just say that right now. I don't know if it's because they got PTSD from the past. I don't know if it's because they haven't won shit in 20 years. I don't know. But for me, that's a little pathetic.
I think they put their this expectation on their own team, and while they're valid to want their team to win and challenge, I also think they're not enjoying their team, which is I think is a big difference between why Liverpool will continually until the last day of the season have the support they have, because they, even when they weren't winning and when they weren't struggling, they've always been behind that team. They're always been behind that team. And since before Klopp came in, they were shit. They were behind that team. And I'm not saying Arsenal fans weren't, but Arsenal fans have a weird relationship. It's like a mental plague. It's almost like what Eddie does to himself on purpose with Tottenham. The way he like talks about them, like downplays them.
Brandon
like,
does the same thing.
Exactly. But I would say most Spurs fans don't do what you do, Eddie. You do that. I would say what you do is more in line with what Arsenal fans do. It's just the self-deprecation. And that wasn't a dig at you. It was like the only other example I had, because
if you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed.
but both of you are disappointed. So you were expecting something else.
I'm not really disappointed.
You lost 4-0 to Newcastle. I would be a little disappointed.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Listen, if you win the next 3 games, Eddie, if Tottenham win at minimum,
we're not winning another game this season.
Listen.
Yes,
you win 3 of the games. You could
Arsenal.
lose 3 out of the 6 you have left. As long as you win 3 of them, you're guaranteed 5th place. You're guaranteed 5th place.
Not gonna happen.
You're guaranteed Europa League.
Depending on how things go out, maybe
No,
even
it's already
Champions
guaranteed. It's already guaranteed.
Yeah.
I think with Dortmund beating Atletico today,
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
the coefficient is swayed away from England.
Yeah, it's almost impossible now. Did
Have
you
it
guys
high.
already wish Jose a happy birthday on the pod or no?
No, don't do that.
Oh shit!
Don't
Happy
do that.
birthday.
Don't do that.
Happy
Don't
birthday!
do that.
Let's all sing happy
Don't do that.
birthday to Jose.
Don't do that. I'll kill myself. Don't do that.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jose. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Big up, homie.
Anyways, yeah.
Well, going back to what I was saying, yeah, I just think it's some type of mental gap or fear, or just the expectation that even before the season starts, we are going to fail. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know about the start of the season. I just think that at a moment of crossroads where they drop a point and a loss like that, that's when they're just like, okay, we're done. Fuck it. It's dead. Whatever. Done.
It is dead. Dream's over.
Yeah, but you came on here like that.
Like this man, the fucking City could lose one game, and it could happen. You don't know,
No, we'll still be out.
and you'll be right there, number one.
No, because the players will be like,
Yeah, your players are fucking mentally weak. That's the issue. Your players are mentally weak.
Players will be like, let's lose the next game.
And that's the problem. That's
Let's
an
go bar
issue
for
on the
bar.
players and the managers.
Let's go bar for bar.
Hey. I have a question that I saw in a YouTube video that someone asked a couple of Arsenal fans, and I want to hear Brandon's opinion mostly, and also everyone's opinion. Do you think that the Liverpool result hurt Arsenal going into that game? Like, do you think the players saw the result that Liverpool had lost, and they kind of thought like, oh, we can kind of like it, kind of like, because if you see that Liverpool wins again, it's kind of like, okay, we got to lock in and we have to win this game. But when they saw that Liverpool lost, do you think it kind of maybe turned them back a gear and kind of honestly mentally hurt them?
I feel like they would have been. I feel like the reason they lost because they felt more pressure, because they're like, oh, we have a chance to really do some damage to Liverpool's title hopes here, and then they just couldn't cope with the pressure. Classic. Did you guys see? Did any of y'all see my tweet or tweets? I said
The one with Michael Scott. I'm gonna kill myself. That one cracked me up. That
The,
one was great.
I tweeted or I quote tweeted Arsenal. I think I said, I hope these players get as much, or like these players deserve as much mental anguish as they give to their fans,
Oh my god.
which is true. I stand by that. Fuck these
That-
players.
That is crazy.
Fuck this team. They let us down every fucking year.
Well, hold on.
And I want them to suffer. They deserve it.
Well, hold on. I don't like when you always say this because I feel like when you put it in context,
And I've said this before.
you have said this before, but like
And
let's
they-
put it in context. The season 2 seasons ago, when you finished fifth and stuff fourth, you said they let you down.
They deserve the mental
You
anguish.
didn't have Europe for years. Then all of a
No.
sudden you're in the Europa League. Okay, hear me out. Just hear me out. Last season, you bought. Everyone says you bought the title, which that's
You did.
here or there.
No,
That's
you
not the
did.
point.
No, they did.
That's
No,
not
they
the
did.
point. I'm not doing all
They
that.
did. They did.
But that's not the point right now.
They did though. But
But here's the thing: you went from fifth to second. There's massive improvement. You're in the Champions League now.
Like a massive improvement trophy.
Hold on, you're in the Champions League now. You're in another title race when everyone said last season was a fluke. And you're in the quarterfinals for the first time in God knows how many years in the Champions League.
12 years.
That's improvement. Whether you think they left you down or not, whether you think your team's underperforming or not, that's improvement.
Yeah, but improvement it's not translating into trophies, and trophies are what matter.
Yeah, but eventually they
And
will
eventually,
translate to
this
them.
improvement is going to stop, and these players are going to leave, and then we're going to be right back to square one.
Well, whose fault will that be?
Fucking
Arteta.
Arteta
So
for being a nonce.
But you don't want Arteta to go.
I don't want him to go, but he hasn't fucking evolved as a manager, which I said he should.
He's improved the team, yes or no?
Has he?
He has.
Has he improved these players?
You tell
It's
me,
debatable.
has
It's
he or has he
debatable.
not?
It's hard to say.
It's debatable.
He has.
I mean, he took a squad.
Who-
He
which
built
player
this
has
squad
he
from
improved
scratch.
So dramatic.
Hold on. He spent 700 million to build this squad.
Okay, and that argument's irrelevant whenever I
No,
bring
it
it up for
is
Pep
relevant.
Guardiola
It
and his
is
£1
relevant.
billion
No,
pounds.
but he's won titles.
Yes, and that's fair. But let's not act like Arteta's had the same.
Arteta
Been able to
won
bring.
one FA Cup, and it was before he built that squad.
Yes, but also Arteta had to come in and bring players in slowly because they had no European football to offer. When Pep Guardiola or when Liverpool come in, maybe not Liverpool,
Liverpool didn't
because
have
Liverpool
European.
weren't in a great spot.
Yeah.
But Manchester City were already winning titles and were already in the Champions League consistently.
Mm.
They could offer players Europe. Arsenal couldn't. I'm not defending. I'm not saying that that's the reason Mikel Arteta isn't where he should be. But let's also not act like the squad that Pep Guardiola and Arteta inherited were even close to the same on level.
No, and
yeah.
I never compared it to Pep.
Yeah,
didn't bring
but-
up Pep. I was just saying that they have spent 700 million to build this squad,
Mm-hmm.
and they got knocked out of the two continental domestic tournaments very early on in the tournament.
Right.
They just bottled the league again, and they
Well, you don't
might
know
be-
that.
Possibly bottled the league again. Let me say it that way. And they possibly could be going out of the Champions League.
But that's all possibilities.
Possiblies.
Mhm.
But they're very
Likelies.
likely.
They're
But
likelies.
very likelies.
But let's say, but then again, if they win tomorrow, the whole attitude shifts.
Yes, it could change.
Does it?
It could change. They
It
got to
will
play
only
fucking
change if
City
you
or
win.
Madrid, but
you win four.
we're not doing this whole thing of congratulations, you guys made the semis. No, they got to win it. They got to
Yeah.
win
I'm not
one
saying-
fucking trophy.
But
I gotta see this boy soccer lift a goddamn trophy.
But here's my thing:
Fuck
no
is that
one's
gonna
saying,
look
and my
He'll limp
argument
off
isn't
before he can
saying,
lift.
yeah. But my argument isn't saying that they need to be just like they need to be content with just making the semis. What I'm saying though is, objectively looking at it, they've improved dramatically season after season. They have.
With
And if they make it to the semis, Brandon was one that said as long as they make it to the semis, he'd be happy. And I guarantee you, they'll make it to the semis. They'll be like, "No, we should be aiming for the final. It's a failure if we don't make it to the final." And he's
Look at him.
smiling because he
Look at him.
fucking knows it.
Hey, I
Because
rate
we
that
still
though.
won't have a
He's got to shoot high. He's got to shoot
100%. But when you look at it, he didn't even think they'd make it to the semifinals. And if they beat Bayern tomorrow, they're there.
Dude,
He didn't think they'd win they win the title this season.
Chelsea are 2 wins away from having a better season than us.
That's factually not true.
That is true.
Why? Because of a trophy?
Trophies are worth more than anything. I'd rather have a trophy than be in the Champions League.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think all the other
Yeah.
clubs, all the other smaller clubs that have won trophies in recent years, more
Okay,
trophies than you have,
but we're talking
would
about Big
argue
Six
that
clubs. We're
point?
talking about Big Six clubs.
Well, right now
We don't support the smaller
Brandon,
clubs.
I right now if we win the trophy, even if we win, what is it, the Carabao Cup or is it the FA Cup?
FA Cup.
Even if we win the FA Cup, I'd still rather be where you're at right now.
Nah.
I would 100%
Okay, I'd rather be in his position, but not with this squad.
Not with the squad. I'm talking about on points and where you are. Just as
I would rather be in
title
the
race.
I'd rather be in the semifinals
and
of Champions
in the
League
Champions
and in the
League.
title race.
Yeah, I would be. That's where I would rather be.
And then
than
losing
win
both?
the FA Cup.
Huh?
And losing both and ending the season trophy.
You got to be in the competition to fucking do.
Yeah, but we're
to
not
win
going
it.
to.
But you got to be in it
But
to
we're not
win
going
it, bro.
to. But
You
we're
got
not
to be
going
in it
to.
to win
But
it.
we're not going to.
Brandon's got
but
that
if-
same
but here's my
mentality.
thing. If we're
I'll take a
saying
trophy.
Those are so
if
annoying.
players are, if you guys are saying, if Arsenal fans are saying that, and Arsenal fans have said this, that you guys are just as good as Manchester City, and you think Manchester City can go on and win the treble, why the fuck can't you go on to go into the final and win the Champions League?
Arteta.
If that's your only reason, get rid of Arteta. If that's the
Who's
only thing you can point to me, if you can't point to me anything else, because you cannot sit here and go, it's Arteta,
We don't have a valid number
and
9.
then go, well, actually, but I'd rather have Arteta.
We
Then,
don't have a valid number 9.
Okay, that's valid.
Saka's on fraud watch.
Fucking Holland is on fraud watch this season. What are you talking about?
He still got 8. He was
Still
at
got
20
20
something
goals.
goals.
What are you talking about?
He's disappeared the second half of the season.
He's always disappeared in big games. I've said this last season too, and I got shit for it.
Well, he didn't disappear.
Like, and all of you laughed at me. Well,
Hey, I wasn't
who's
here.
laughing now?
I wasn't here.
He didn't disappear in that Arsenal game. Wrote a goal and 2 assists.
Everybody-
He's a small team player.
Yeah, look at his goals. He gets 5 goals against Bournemouth, then goes 8 goals without scoring. Then he gets a hat trick against Luton.
That dude, that was a kick in the balls out.
He's not wrong though, but you need it sometimes.
Has he scored against Chelsea though?
He has actually only scored one time actually
Damn it.
in his career.
But like as of right now, he scored at least a goal on every
Yeah.
single league club.
Yeah,
Yes.
So-
Yes, I think we were the last team.
No, Brentford.
Was it Brentford? Okay.
I just we say it all the time, Brandon. I just think that you just have to look at things objectively, because regardless how you feel right now, you've improved.
Arteta is implementing the mental weakness of the 2013 to 2016 Arsenal squad into
But
this.
that mental weakness never left. It was
But
always there.
but the 2013-2016, he was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from 2015 words on, he was with Manchester City
Okay, fine, whatever. I don't give a
winning
fuck. Whatever,
winning
whatever.
titles.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, but now he still has that mental weakness, that mental fragility in the Arsenal squad. He never got rid of it,
The soft underbelly
It never
shows
left.
itself.
and that's why we
Once
lost.
again.
That's why we drew against Bayern, because he's like, oh,
When
we
the
gotta
going
respect
gets
these
tough,
guys.
Arsenal-
We gotta respect these
Arsenal
guys because they're
manage.
scary. Because I remember losing 5-1 to these motherfuckers. No,
Except you guys took the game to Bayern at multiple points.
yeah, but you could tell that we were playing a different way than we should have, because Arteta was scared of Bayern,
Isn't that what you did against Manchester City?
I guess. But Arteta's scared. He's scared. He's a scared manager.
But he evolved.
So he's a bitch.
He did change tactics. It worked.
He didn't
Result.
evolve at all. He regressed.
He
That
got
was a
results.
That was a regression.
He got results. You even said it yourself if you weren't mad about the way he set up against City. Because if you had played your football, you would have lost.
He didn't
So is it
evolve.
regression or is it
He
tactical evolution?
He
You
regressed.
can't go both
He
ways.
regressed. He regressed. It was a de-evolution, and we just happened to get there.
The Evolution X.
What I love about Brandon is he'll never let you know that he's wrong. He'll change the argument on the
Yes, yes.
What are you talking about? It was bad football. It was terrorist football.
Yeah, but it got you a result. It got you a
Yeah,
result.
we got a result. That doesn't mean we evolved.
Yeah, Brandon, but also I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, and I've said it multiple times because it's a real quote, and I've never forgotten it from what you said. You also say that passing the ball back is negative football.
It is.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
How is keeping possession negative football?
It's just it literally is. It literally is negative football because you're going backwards. That's negative. Negative.
I
passing.
thought parking the bus is negative football.
That
which
is
one is
negative
it?
football.
So which one is it? You can't have both ways.
Both.
You
You
no.
pass backwards.
No, you
and
can have
park the bus,
both. You can have both.
Which was us. We were passing backwards and parking the bus. Negative.
But
Yeah,
sometimes
Sebastian
it's a
Lletget
tactical
killed it.
setup. A tactical setup.
that's great. That
Did he
doesn't
get you
mean
points?
that doesn't mean it's an evolution.
Hey man, listen. Hey, listen. If you had not done it though, they would have already gone off. Now, if they had won that game, Manchester City had won the game, I would sit here and be like, yeah, you're probably not gonna get back in this race. They didn't though. You got a result.
We should have won.
Yeah,
You
you
didn't
could.
even go for the
You
win.
didn't deserve to
Yeah,
win though.
you could win all 38 games in a season. Congratulations. What do you mean we should have won?
Anyways, we should have won.
Speaking of games you should have won, how's the Aston Villa game sitting in? We never asked you actually how you feel.
Dude, what the fuck?
No, I want to hear it again.
It's been the last,
You know, I wanna hear it again.
talking about
What
this
do you
game.
mean?
I wanna hear it again.
We're not doing
How do
this
you
yet.
feel?
How do you think I feel?
Well,
Well, he
I
was
think
at
you deserve-
church. He
We
was
literally
holy.
talked about this. We
He
literally
was
did
holy.
talk about
He was
this.
holy. He was at church.
I know. I just wanted to.
You just wanted to
That's
wind
my
me up
thing.
because you're a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah,
We have you wound up.
yeah. You came on here
You're
wound
so
up.
wound
You
up.
came here wound
Whoa, whoa,
up
whoa, whoa,
before
whoa,
we
whoa.
started.
Anyways, moving on.
Spurs?
Oh, Eddie's not getting away this week. Eddie,
How do you feel?
I didn't watch the game.
Damn.
fake
Okay,
fan.
never mind. Big fan.
Fake fan. Oh my god.
Do you want to comment on Van de Ven's breakdancing style?
That's
No.
fucked up.
I saw a tweet that sums it up. You know, people know that a player is elite when they make fun of him for falling over.
Yeah, he's not elite though.
Don't do that. Don't
When
do
Van
that.
Dijk got cooked by Perisic, everyone was roasting Van Dijk.
I mean,
Dude,
you also have
I'm
people like-
so mad at Andy Robertson, bro. We almost had a slippy G on Van Dyke this game. It was right there for the taking. And he did a goal line clearance.
we also have people like Lingard who got made fun of. Lingard.
Yeah, but Lingard's trash.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, people just get made fun of. I don't think it has to do with like level.
Like,
Not to say that he's a bad player. I'm not saying
you
that
don't
he's a
really
bad
see
player.
like I don't know who's a mid. You don't really see mid players getting picked on. It's only just,
Zinchenko gets picked on and he's mid as fuck.
he gets picked on by Arsenal fans though.
He gets picked on by everybody.
No. No.
Zinchenko.
No,
No, we want him- I want him
You
to stay
guys
there
are his
forever.
biggest
Yeah,
ops.
it's-
You
yeah.
guys are his biggest
yes,
ops.
thank you,
Nah.
Alphonse.
I want him
I've
to
seen-
stay there forever.
I've seen football accounts that aren't affiliated with any team make fun of him.
That's not true. Everyone's
What,
a
out,
football-
of, what, out of context football? What do you mean?
Yeah, sure. Like I can account like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a meme account. We're talking about
Yeah.
real
I'm making
actual
memes
fans.
about a player. Mid player.
We're talking about real actual
about
fans
mid players.
of teams.
I mean, they make memes about soccer too.
Well, out of context, football was making fun of Van de Ven, so I guess
Mid
he's
player,
mid.
yeah.
I guess he's
Saka,
mid.
Saka
Saka
too.
is
What about the
Sell him.
soccer?
Loki, sell him while he's worth anything, so we can get money for him and replace him.
Soccer?
City would love
City,
soccer.
yeah. Pep will turn him into the best
Wow.
player in the world.
No, no.
And then Brandon will be like,
no,
oh, we
he's
should have
gonna
never given
he's
up
gonna
on
turn
him.
him into a grayish fucking recycling fucking motherfucker. No,
He already
don't do
is.
that.
He already is.
Don't do
But
that.
will he
He's
get rid of
perfect
his,
for the system.
will he get rid of his limp though?
No.
Yeah,
The
because
limp
he'll,
stays.
There you go.
Never.
limp
Yeah,
stays.
the limp stays. Limp stays.
but he'll win the limp. He'll be limping with the trophy in his hands. He lifting the.
He's gonna use it as a crutch.
You know
You're
what
gonna
he
be
should
crying.
do when we sign him? He should and then we
Win.
go into the fantasy final. He should do like the fake limp, and then
Oh,
Oh my!
It's
You know,
all
where
right.
he, you know where he should go? Madrid.
Madrid is not taking.
Nah.
Nah.
Nah, he's
Madrid.
not good enough.
Madrid needs actual good players.
Yeah, he's not good enough for Madrid.
Yeah, but they don't know that. They don't know that he's not good
No, they know that.
Oh, they know. Wait, the whole world knows.
because he's such a fraud that they think that he's good. Same with Cole
The whole.
Palmer.
Do you know Cole Palmer has got more goals in soccer
Why
in
did you have to do
20
this?
goals than 80?
Did you know he's only
in-
scored
in
5
games?
Why
goals
did you have
against
to
the Big
do this?
Six?
Huh?
You know he's only scored 5 goals against the Big Six.
Yeah, he's played what? 10 games against them?
Tucker's
Okay.
got 4 years,
Soccer's got 4 years.
which 2
Okay.
games a season is 12, which means that's 48 games against the Big Six.
Do we even
He
count
played
like
every
the first 2 years? He was like a teenager.
Wait, was he playing?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The
all
no
that-
was so fast.
All I'm saying is
Nuh-uh.
Cole Palmer is up there with
Nuh-uh.
Erling Haaland in the fucking top of the Golden Boot. That's
What
all
I
I'm
will
saying.
give you though, Brandon, is he did play left back for like 2 seasons.
Oh,
Don't
that's
do
right. I
that.
forgot
Don't do
about
that. Don't
But
do
that's
that.
true. He did play left back.
Don't do that.
He did play left back though.
Don't do
I
that.
forgot about that.
He was a full
You
fledged
should
left
go back to that.
Zinchenko might get
Zinchenko.
sold.
What was I gonna say? Oh,
What were
Cole
you
Palmer's having a.
Sensational season. He's tied on top goal scorer, and he's 1 assist off from top assister in
He's
the
having
league.
a.
Chelsea would probably be in relegation.
Oh,
They
having
did the
a,
math. They did the math.
He's having a Payet season.
They did the math. He literally would. We literally
One
would be like
season wonder.
18th without him.
One season wonder.
But what if he's good next season? Then what are you gonna say?
He won't be.
What if he
I
is?
don't know.
Well, then good for you. He'll get sold because Todd Bowley doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm actually scared of that. I'm actually so afraid that someone's gonna come in for like 150 million, and
You
Todd
think-
Bowley's like,
If you guys should be thankful because then he'll end up doing
no,
whatever club he goes to.
no.
He'll go unless he goes to Arsenal as a secret agent. Then I'm okay with him doing that.
No,
They replaced Saka with Cole Palmer.
And he's shit.
I would kill myself.
they'll win. They'll win an actual league.
I would
No,
kill
they
myself.
Yeah, they will.
The
No,
soft
but
underbelly will show itself every time.
No.
I'll kill
If
myself.
if Cole Palmer is carrying this fucking Chelsea team on his back, he will carry that Arsenal team to a fucking title.
Nah.
Nah.
No,
I'd
I
rather-
think
Arsenal
I'd rather take
are
Alex Chihuahua.
uncarryable.
I think if Arsenal want to win the title, they need to sign Jared Bowen from West
No.
Ham. 100%. Jared
I
Bowen,
knew-
West Ham.
I knew that motherfucker was.
He's
No,
won more
I-
trophies
I-
than this Arsenal squad have.
That's
I
great.
think if
That doesn't
Arsenal
make
wants
you
to
a
win a
great
fucking title, they
player.
got to sign Erling Haaland, but that's just not going to happen. So
That
No,
doesn't
they
mean
need-
it
but-
fits our system.
But Jared
Huh?
Bowen scores goals. Scores goals.
I don't give a fuck about your system.
You just complained about your
Jared
system.
Bowen's I'd rather have Saka than Jared Bowen.
No, you don't.
I do.
You just
Because I
said
just said it.
sell him.
Yeah, but now I'm okay. But between Bowen and Saka, I'd rather have Saka. And if we got Bowen, I'd say sell him too.
But what about weren't you just complaining about mentality and about how your team don't win?
Jared Bowen. ain't
One's
got
got trophies.
mentality.
So who would you take if you got rid of Saka? Who do you
Frimpong.
want?
He wants Rafael
He wants a
Leao.
right back to replace a winger.
He plays as right wing.
He basically does play as a winger.
Yeah,
But is he
I
good
think-
enough for the
I think
Premier
you need-
League?
I think you need
No.
Xabi Alonso to do all
No,
that.
I want Frimpong. I want him so bad. I need him. I love him.
I think I deserve him.
Fast forward next season. Fast forward next season if that actually happens. God, I fucking hate him. Why? Why he's a right back? Why is he even here? Should have
Pick up-
just kept Saka.
Yeah,
Pick
you
up-
already,
No.
you already
Yeah,
have
they get the
Kai
guy that
Havertz
can't cut
who's
in.
flopping from Bayern. Do you want to do this again?
We'll take Shaka back.
It's bold of you to assume he wants to come back.
Did
No,
you
he
see
doesn't
the?
want-
Did you
doesn't
see?
want-
I think it was
Frimpong?
Frimpong.
Yeah.
The live with him.
he ain't going. He ain't going.
He ain't going to Arsenal.
God,
He ain't going to Arsenal.
Bro, but like, why?
fans
are you
weren't
crying?
fucking dumbasses and didn't boo him.
Ooh.
You were one of
Xhaka?
them.
Listen, for the last 2 seasons he was there, I was fine with him.
Dude, we are catching him on shit after shit after shit.
The last 2 seasons he was there, I was fine with him. But before that, I was pretty.
Oh, so once he starts doing good, that's when you back him.
Yes,
Fake
Back
fan.
your players.
because he was getting red cards left, right, and
You don't
center.
even back your players, so I don't want to hear that.
Actually,
from
yeah,
you.
You just said
Who do I not back?
He's just
Who
said
do I not back?
club.
Who do we
Don't
argue
back
about all the
Gallagher.
time?
Who?
You don't back Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher?
Yeah.
I gave him props.
Oh,
I knew he was gonna say it too. I knew he was
gave
gonna
him
say it.
props.
I'm not having it. I'm not having that.
You no, it was a backhanded. It was a backhanded compliment. You went, yeah, he did a
It
good
was
job subbing
backhanded.
out. Should have been quicker though.
No, I said that he should have done it before in the last time this happened.
Probably.
He learned from his mistake last time. He did it this time. Good job.
Wait,
Done.
speaking of that, what do we think about that situation?
It's very
childish.
pathetic.
It's
Okay,
Thank
so,
like-
God.
Their age. It really shows their age of the
So
team.
I see.
It really does.
I see.
it's
two
so
points of
Chelsea
view from
that
it.
that's the takeaway from a 6-0 victory.
Yeah.
If that's all anyone can talk about.
I see 2 points from it. I understand both sides of the argument. It was childish, 100%. You could also make the argument football etiquette. It's like an unspoken rule. If you're on a hat trick, you take it. Cole Palmer's on a hat trick.
He
So
was already done with the
typically
hat
you
trick.
give
He
it
was-
to
he was
someone
already
else.
done. Okay, yeah.
But I also understand in a game where we need a win and we need to get goals and we need to improve our goal difference because that could be really important at this point in the season. You let your designated
But he's
kicker
not.
take-
He wasn't designated. That's the issue. We didn't before the press conference. We didn't have a designated penalty kicker.
Here's my thing though. We may have not had one in writing, but he's taken like every penalty. That man unspokenly is the designated.
And he needs to be. Well, he
yeah,
is
and,
now.
and that's why.
Now.
But that's what I mean. It's like if anyone wants to argue we didn't have one, yeah, I get that we didn't have one specifically. But like, come on, he's the only person that steps up every time. He's the designated penalty kicker. And if you want to, and like, what was his name, Dele Alli, he said it correctly in the was it Sky Sports commentary where he was like, if you guys want to fight when you're 3-0 up about penalty, but won't do it when it's 0-0 to the death, you got problems. That is very weak.
I like that.
That was very weak. And I agree with him 100% because in all the big clutch moments in 90-minute penalties that have tied games up, it's been Cole Palmer. So I don't know. I can see both arguments, but
here's two things that I will say about
wrong.
that. Two things I will say about that. One, Cole Palmer's also on for the Golden Boot. Give him the fucking penalty. And two, by him being fought for the damn penalty, it's already creating the mental strain that you don't need before taking the penalty. Penalties are already a mental game. Last thing you need to do is fight with 3 of your other fucking teammates over a damn ball. It's just not necessary. Yeah. It's not necessary.
It also shows how disjointed they are.
They're very disjointed when it comes to that shit. But I'm glad that Poch came out. He finally did something that I can really say, my fucking gaffer. He came out and said, next time this happens, anyone that does it, they're immediately out. Good. Yes. Even if they're having a sensational game, 10-10 game, out. Done. It's how it has to be.
I agree.
It's how it has to be. It's ridiculous that it went until fucking April, but I'm glad it's happened now. And then it'll happen again once he's gone.
Maybe he's turning a cornerstone. Maybe he'll be in next season.
Don't do that.
Maybe. You never know.
I hope not. Watch out.
We get 6th place all of a sudden. It's looking pretty.
Watch out forever.
He's gonna win us another title. Nah,
I swear to God, if he wins the FA Cup, I'm gonna be so happy. He's gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here.
We finished 7th, maybe 6th. Well, we're cooking next season.
I was gonna say you guys at least have like 2 games in hand or 1.
But it's against Arsenal and City, the 2 games in hand.
Good. Let's end them. Let's end both of them. Let's give Liverpool. Let's give Klopp his celebration.
Speaking of Klopp,
oh, here we go.
We must open a conversation. No, we do.
What's the conversation?
This man is leaving the league, having won 2 Carabao Cups in the last 3-4 seasons. That's it.
He also won a league title in the last 4 seasons.
And the Champions League as well.
No, that was 5
No,
years.
Champions League. That was like 6 years ago.
Well, I'm just talking about like his entire era.
I understand the career. I'm just talking about the last 3 seasons. He's won 2 titles. And he's about to leave on nothing, essentially. Because Carabao Cup is you guys don't rate it. I still think a title's a title, so good for him. He won a title. But it's not a good title to fucking go off of. Especially when you're in on the whole quad, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, quad was very unrealistic, but he should at least be winning the Europa, and he should have still been in kind of the title race.
We're writing him off as if he already lost. I mean, even though he's not in the most.
It's a 3-0.
Yeah, I know it's not the most ideal situation, but we also wrote them off when they were down 3-0 against Barcelona.
Yeah, but they came back to Anfield. They're going away to an Atalanta.
Yeah, in the Champions League.
They weren't in the Champions League this season.
They were 3-0 down, 4-3.
They weren't in the Champions League this season.
No, but in general.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about right now. This team is not the same team that fucking came back in Barcelona.
But this is also a better team that came back in the same competition against Borussia Dortmund years ago. So I don't know. Even if he was to leave now, I mean, like, I know people are going to look at the league title and everything and be like, he only won 1. But 8 trophies in 9 years I mean, you're not gonna get really that mad about that.
And his prem has an asterisk mark.
Yeah, you guys put an asterisk mark over a Prem that he was
I'm
already
just-
like 30
I'm just
points ahead
kidding.
of
I just wanted to banter. I don't
before
actually,
COVID.
I don't believe that, but I just.
I don't believe it either, but everyone goes, it was that COVID year, but it's like it was like, oh, you mean the last 3 months of it when they already had like a 25-point gap?
Just wanted to
That
banter.
one?
We've seen Arsenal
No,
bottle
just
it.
banter.
We saw Arsenal bottle 12 points. We didn't see they weren't gonna bottle 32. They
never
bottled
know.
32.
You never know.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure.
You never know. Well, we'll
Nah,
never
I'm
know.
pretty sure.
We will never know.
I guess
We
we'll
won't. But I won't put an asterisk on it. Me personally, I won't.
I mean, I'll do it just because it's Liverpool, but that's neither here nor there.
Steve, I don't hate Liverpool like that.
I do.
I don't hate anybody like that though.
I
You
do.
do.
Except Pep Guardiola.
And City, but
I could care less about City.
Somebody I hate like that is Barcelona. I was very glad they got knocked out of the Champions League today.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
already
we
had
know.
that convo.
Yeah, we
we
know.
missed it.
Uh,
Sorry.
Should have been on time.
I was here at 9:00.
no,
They
we
were
started at 8:45.
No, well, that's fine. I told you guys you could start ahead of me, so and you guys
So you
started
weren't on
at
time.
And we
8:45.
did it. And we
You guys
did.
started like 8:55.
Your exact words were I don't care if I'm late.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So
I
you
said
weren't
you
on
guys
time.
can start ahead of me.
So
Predictions?
yeah.
Is it really only 3 games and the FA Cup?
Yeah. Well, here's how the predictions look this time. Eddie was on 59 last week. He's on 61 this week.
Y'all had the chance to take advantage of my shit week.
I mean, one of us.
I
did.
had a shit week.
One of us did. Jose was on 53. He's now on 55. Daniel was on 47. He's on 49. Brandon was on 50. He's now at 52. I was at 51, and now I'm at 55.
Brandon,
Dude,
or Daniel, you got to catch Brandon.
Yeah, it was always kind of mid. We really didn't do that good.
Well, the
You
games
know
were
them?
very, not predictable.
Yeah, now you have to end his hopes in this race, end his hopes in the title race. No, I'm just kidding. I just kidding.
His hopes in the title race are already gone.
Yeah,
No, stop.
They
Leave
were
him
never
alone.
there. They were never
My
there.
strong king.
They were never there.
Then why are you disappointed? Anyways,
Before we start the predictions, Brandon,
Brandon's wet dream.
we made a decision before you joined.
Yeah.
So for the FA Cup, the 2 games for the FA Cup, we're gonna do. If you get the exact score in the winner correct, you will get 1 bonus point for each game.
Okay.
So you can get a max of 2 bonus points, but it has to be the exact score. So no winner gets a little point. No. So everything else is the same.
All right.
All right. Edwardson, Wolves at home versus the Arse.
2-0 Arse.
1-0 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
Brandon.
Here it comes.
5-0.
We're not.
Ryan leaves.
We're not bouncing back. 3-1 Wolves.
Oh,
Giving Eddie a for his money.
I'm gonna go with the
2-0
2-0 Arse. Fulham at home versus Liverpool.
Who fucking knows, man?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham. No, 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-2 draw.
3-1 Liverpool.
I also think it's going to be 2-1 to Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool.
All right. Arsenal at home versus Chelsea. This is the Tuesday after the FA Cup game. So this will be next Tuesday.
What day is your FA Cup?
Saturday.
Saturday, I think.
2-2.
I think it's going to be – I don't know why this scoreline keeps popping in my head. I think it's going to be 4-2 Arsenal.
It's definitely going to be a goal fest. I think it's going to be low key. I think it's going to be 3-2 Chelsea.
Brandon.
One's like shaking. His...
Abdon's like kicking his legs.
yeah.
I'm like a little girl just.
And Brandon would not show up to the pod that day. I hope you know.
I'll show.
We will get him. We will be there.
After losing to Wolves, we'll be so mentally gone. 2-0 Chelsea.
He really is channeling his inner Edward.
He's fast.
there. He's there.
He is there.
You're
He
channeling
is
your
there.
inner Brandon.
Nah.
Brandon could win a
He's more
trophy.
he's more positive than me.
No, he's not. No, he's
Yes,
not.
he is. Yes,
no,
he
is
is.
not. No,
Yes, he is. Because when am I ever positive?
Edward, I'm telling you this right now. I've known him longer. You've had hope in your eyes before. I've never seen hope in this man's eyes.
Dude,
I'm gonna go
Nothing to
with
be hopeful
Daniel.
for.
I'm gonna go with Daniel. I'm gonna say 3-2 Chelsea as well.
But I love him anyways. I love you, Brandon.
Nothing to be happy about.
Big
Me
facts.
Ain't shit to be happy
and
about.
our friendship.
Ain't shit funny.
Ain't shit funny. Exactly.
Okay.
I love you too, Jose.
Hey, all right, I'm happy now.
Clarification.
Sheesh.
All right. FA Cup. Man City versus Chelsea at Wembley.
Banger game.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3-2 City.
3-3 draw. Goes to PKs. Chelsea win 4-3 on PKs.
oh my God.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm not doing PK counts. I'm just
And you say exact score.
No, he has to get it right on. If he doesn't get it right on, he doesn't
with
get
penalties
it
as well.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fuck me. Okay,
So that would technically be
4-3 Chelsea on pens.
Yeah.
because I'm about to do the same thing with
Yeah. So that's the only thing that matters. Because if it's
Okay.
3-3, he doesn't get 3 points for that.
Okay, no, it's gonna be a point, but okay.
No, it should not be a point. If it's
Okay,
3-3 and Chelsea
it's
don't
done.
win,
It's done.
or
I
whatever
put
it-
in the
okay,
I
okay.
put
All
in the
right,
pens.
All right.
Daddy, chill.
All right. Sorry.
you. Listen to me,
Damn.
goddammit.
What the hell is even that?
Daniel.
Oh, I think it's gonna be 3-1 Chelsea. Or not Chelsea. 3-1 City. 3-1
Say
City.
less, King. Say less.
I almost fucked that.
Jose.
Brandon, it's crazy because I thought the same exact thing. I literally thought the same exact thing.
4-3 as well.
4-3 as well. Penalties. Chelsea. We're gonna break it. We got Petrovic in goal now.
Edwardson.
3-2 Manchester City.
I will haunt you in your dreams, Everton.
Please
All right.
do.
Eddie, FA Cup, Coventry versus United at Wembley.
3-1 United with a goal from Haji Wright, my sweet prince.
Okay, I'm not doing all that. Fuck you.
My sweet prince.
He plays for Coventry?
Yep. He's the reason they're in the semis.
Jose.
Since these are just for bonus points, I don't really care. 2-1 Coventry wins it.
Oh,
Need it.
No goal from Haji, right?
That's fine.
Daniel.
Still need
Assist,
it.
though.
That's not going to happen. It's going to be 2-1, and Haji Wright's going to have more than 2 goals.
I don't know, dude. United have not been good their last few games. They could low-key squeak out a win. You know what? For football, 2-1 Coventry as well.
Yeah, with football.
Brandon.
Because then that just guarantees Chelsea a trophy if they
No,
win.
because then Coventry's gonna beat us. They're gonna play us at the park, be like prime.
And we can
prime
lose to Coventry.
Barcelona.
Don't do that. We can lose to Coventry just as easy as we can lose to United.
True, you did
Lost-
lose to Middlesbrough.
We lost. Yeah, I was gonna say we lost. to Middlesbrough.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And they drew Sheffield.
See, Coventry has. I mean, this is kind of just like, we can go out there and do whatever. No real expectations on us. United, all the pressure. 3-1 Coventry, Haji Wright hat trick.
Yeah.
Jesus, you're wrong, but I respect it. I respect.
Imagine.
No, I won't.
You don't get any bonus points for predicting the player scoring.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. I just want everybody to know when it happens that I predicted it.
I'm gonna say it's a 1-1 draw
Ooh.
with Coventry winning in pens
I feel like if it goes to pens, United win.
on 5-4. I don't know. 5-4 pens.
Don't you guys hate Haji Wright anyways? Or am I thinking of a different U.S. player?
We love Haji.
Okay.
No, they hated Haji, and then he saved them from Jamaica.
Win.
Yeah.
World Cup.
He scored a goal. Why
He
would we
scored
hate
a
him?
goal. Yeah, we never hated Haji, right?
Now, PFOC.
PFOC is.
Oh,
in
maybe it's
the UK.
PFOC. Maybe it's PFOC.
Imbo
All right,
Beason.
that's it for predictions.
Shut up. Stop.
Actually, I love him.
All right.
Never gonna play in the team, ever.
Does
Stop
anyone have anything else they want to say before we sign off?
Cole Palmer for the player of the season.
Come on, you Gunners.
Oh,
After you said all that to your team, fuck
gotta
these
rate it.
players.
You gotta
Fuck this
rate it.
club. I want these players to undergo the worst mental. What did you say?
I want them to undergo the same mental anguish that they give their fans, which they should, and then maybe they'll fucking win.
Dude,
you're saying
what is it with
under
us in the jinxes?
Y'all be yapping. That's why.
But like everything we yap is just coming true.
I know, and it's honestly kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
I love how Brandon deflected that Arsenal rant that we're having earlier to Chelsea. He deflected that shit quick.
Wait, what?
Whenever we were shitting on Arsenal, and then you brought up Chelsea about the Everton penalty incident.
No, that wasn't. He deflected the Cole Palmer. He just said Saka is better than Cole Palmer.
I just remember he just
which
switched
is statistically very untrue.
He did a big switch up.
he did a huge switch up.
No, it's statistically very untrue.
Statistically very untrue.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you all
stylistically.
next time.
Bye.